Oh, damn. Woo. Yo, you still ain't got the old license.
Get the freak out of the camera, nigga. You want to see you, baby. Okay.
Hey, that's
Yo, on the gang. ASAP gang. You sound like one of them little middle school motherfuckers. Let's get this going, Dev.
We already started.
Yeah. you know who it is. Nah, I don't like that one.
Welcome back. Part two of what we said we was gonna continue from last week.
That's right.
But we're gonna open it up like we usually do.
Mm-hmm.
So first I want to say I got hit up today.
Okay.
By a listener who I was actually surprised he was a listener actually. But he said to me that he said, "Yo, do you still post on YouTube?" And I was like, "I don't actually, sorry." Because we're trying to aim more towards like the trying to get more of a visual aid on YouTube and not just put audio. So I do apologize for that. But expect more things coming on YouTube as we speak. Okay? Yeah, so that was that. Anything on your end?
Yeah, we usually do that at the end, but this actually gonna kick it off. I got from an avid listener, I do appreciate her as a listener and always providing some feedback. But she told me that our last episode, the energy wasn't there. We were lackadaisical. It seems like we weren't really into it. She said it still was entertaining somehow, like the content where we brought some of our ideas, but she said the energy wasn't there. So we bringing that right now. Thank you for that feedback. We cannot let that happen again, D Blink.
Yeah, nah, we can't let something like that happen again.
Got that energy, fam, and I'm pulling all that energy from your effed up looking braids in your hair. Like, it's me sucking it in right now.
Pause.
I don't need to pause that. It's on garbage.
Wow.
It's on like garbage.
Number one, these braids been in for almost a week. So, with that being said,
that's why they look like that.
You know what I'm saying? With that being said,
yeah, whatever.
I first like 3 days I put the bonnet on, but now I'm just like, whatever. I just go to sleep, wake up, call it a day.
You still going?
Because I'm a thug.
You still going?
I'm a fucking thug. You know what I'm saying? You would understand. Only Pusha T would understand. Only AI would understand. You know what I'm saying? Only the real thugs would understand. With a high top wearing ass.
Do a hater, y'all.
Oh, freak.
Whatever.
So what we getting into today, man?
All right, so as you know, we talking about the cons, but we gotta go with the regular structure and the flow.
Of course. So what did you? No. How you feeling this week?
Man,
Well, how you feeling today?
Let me tell you about it. Let me tell you about something. I've come to realize I'm feeling disappointed.
Why is that?
I'm feeling a lot of animosity towards my students at the moment. I was absent for 3 days now. So I popped.
All right?
No, I was okay. I was just at some workshops.
Oh, okay.
I popped in today. I was like, okay, let me stop by because my workshop was about 4 miles away from my school. So I said, I popped in. And I'm just disappointed. I've come to the realization, when you're absent, man, you can't rely on the students to take care of your room. It looks like it was bedlam up in that motherfucker. It looks like they just said, Mayon's not here. Let's break everything. Go. I walked in there. I was like, I gotta go. I didn't even walk to my desk. I gotta go. I bounced. Like I opened the door and I said, I want to leave. And the desks were everywhere. Chairs were everywhere. I see multiple chairs by my desk, my personal, intimate desk areas. Like that's annoying. One, like my subs, whoever takes over for me, why do you allow students near my personal things? The laptop cart, don't want to talk about it. Students never plug them in. When I'm there, they don't plug them in. Don't expect them. I need to lock it. I know some teachers have lock laptop carts locks. I never got one. I know it's 9 months in. I'm going to go ask for one.
I saw you snap probably last month. You was showing the laptop cart. You just looking you was looking real just.
I was disgusted, man. I was just, I'm angry.
It looked like a tornado hit it, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, is it that complicated to plug it in? Because you plug your phone in at night.
It's not. So what I started doing after that, to basically obviate that from happening, I started ending class 5 minutes early and standing up there and calling kids one by one to watch them plug that in.
It's funny that
I had to do that.
It's funny you had to.
I gotta do it now.
Turn to that.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Got to babysit them, but that's how I'm feeling. How you feeling?
I'm kind of match that energy a little bit.
Go ahead. Bring that energy.
I'm kind of feeling disappointed in myself as well.
Man,
you know,
what happened?
You, as an adult, right? Mm-hmm. You respect the dollar a little more than you're used to as a child, and you know, I spend a lot of money. I'm not like an avid gamer. I'm like a social gamer, you know, where I buy a game that I like and I play it. I don't go like, oh snap, the new Madden's coming out, I gotta get it. Yeah, you know, I'm not one of those people. Like I'll probably buy like Madden when it's like $20, like 7 months later. Like, oh,
I got you.
So, but there are certain games I buy and I kind of just play them. But you know, there's moments where I look at my gaming system area and I'm like, yo, bruh, I haven't touched that game in like 6 months. I haven't even turned the system on in like a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? And as an adult, you know, I do have responsibilities I got to take care of. But at the same time, it's like, yo, fam, you looking at, I don't know, probably, I guess, give or take, over $1,000 worth of product.
I'm looking at the Switch right now. When the last time you played that? Be honest.
So I played it yesterday.
Oh, okay, good for you. But that's after you realize you don't play games.
Yeah, because when I bought the Switch, I bought the Switch in January,
and you were extremely excited.
You
were, like, exuberant. You were like,
those people that
you played all week.
Yeah, you know those people that when you invest in something that you like, for example, like let's say you finally found like you grew your beard out, right?
Yeah.
You're like, yo, I gotta get the beard products, I gotta get this cream, I gotta get this, I gotta get that, and you go through that whole motion for like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And then after that 2 weeks, you just forget it. That's what I did with the Switch. I bought the Switch. I bought like 3 games. You know what I'm saying?
That's what everybody do in life, Dev. Sneakers.
They like find a sneaker they like and they buy every colorway.
Like 2 weeks, or they don't wear it at all. They might pull it out once in a while. Yeah. Then down the line, I forgot I got these.
And they pop them up.
And they might want to sell them now. It's like, why'd you waste the $400 or $200 or $150?
So it makes me feel some type of way.
I agree,
I've tried to put more time into it.
Would you consider yourself a bozo?
No, I wouldn't consider myself a bozo per se. I'd be a bozo if I bought like PlayStation, Xbox, and just had shit lined up.
Alright, fair.
You know what I'm saying? But I have I got 2 gaming systems.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? PlayStation, Nintendo, you know what I'm saying? So, whoa. I wanted a portable system. That was my initial intent for buying the Switch, only to come realize, like, I'm on the road all the time, but I'm always freaking driving.
That's the thing. It's not like
so I don't really have like that time to play by myself. But I've decided to put more time into.
Can I give you a suggestion of what you should have?
What's up?
Hookah. I get the hookah, man.
Okay, number one. You sound like one of them type of dudes. Facts are not facts. Mm-hmm. You definitely got into hookah, right? And you just be buying like you probably like at church, sitting in church one day, right? You sitting in church. You go out, you leave church, you walking down the street to go to your car. You say, hold up, my spider sense is tingling. You look to your left, you know it's a hookah spot. You know you got mad hookah products at the crib, but you walk into the hookah spot, you say, you know what? Yeah, let me pick this up.
I need that.
Yeah,
I need that.
Damn right you don't need that.
Yes, I need.
Damn right you don't need that.
You always need the new flavors, Dev.
How many days a week you smoke hookah, you think?
Only
give or take week.
Only
weekends?
Yeah.
But all right.
Yeah, 2 days. If it was at my crib, because you know it's not my crib.
You don't buy one?
Nah,
you don't got a personal?
Nah, because I don't want
you be addicted.
Yeah.
You be smoking hookah, correcting papers.
Facts.
Returning to the kid like, Mr. Magnum, do I just smell like pineapple mango?
You ain't lying. It leaves a scent too. You ain't lying. That's why I was like, I can't get one. I can't take this to my house. I can't get one. I can't because I would do it every night. And basically, it has nicotine and tobacco. That's not healthy.
Yeah,
not healthy to be smoking. Yeah, after a while. So I'm good. But you ain't lying. I know damn well I don't need new flavors. I'm like, yo, all right, let me go get this new joint, licorice. I know licorice is disgusting, but I want to try it. So what? You need that.
It is what it is.
You need that.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own weird addiction.
What you learned this week?
Something I learned this week on a serious tip. I learned about mass shootings this week. It randomly hit me. I saw an article. Well, actually, I saw something on TV, and I was like, a question triggered in my mind, and I said, how many mass shootings have been done by the black community? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
So I went and I seeked this information. Weirdly enough, the first article that popped up was from like 2013, right? And it said the title was Rare Gunmen, and it had to do with black mass shooters.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read too much into the article, but there was like they named like 7 shooters. The first person that popped up was from like 1991 or something like that. But I wanted to just really look at the numbers as a whole. So I found a chart online from what site is it from? Statista.com, and it showed me all the mass shootings by race from 1982.
Is that a reliable site though? Was it? Like, did you look into that?
I didn't truly look into it, but it's not necessarily the numbers I was more worried about.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna share the numbers, but it wasn't really the numbers that I just wanted to give reference to where I got this information from. But out of all the sites, this really is the one that, like, Google is like the top 5 ones.
Yeah.
So I clicked on this one because the other ones are breaking it down by like one site was breaking it down where it's like blacks killing whites, and then it get into a description of why that is and the percentage of how it raised and declined in the last couple of years. Another one was like blacks killing whites and blacks on blacks. That's not what I wanted.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted the general how many mass shootings per race there were. So what the numbers that there were was 62, 1982, by the way, from 1982 to February of this year, 2019. So it said the white man, well, not the white man, but the Caucasian race committed 62 mass shootings. The African American race committed 18, Latinos 10, Asians 8, 5 other, 4 unknown, and 3 Native American. I'm assuming the other and unknown are just they got away. Realistically, the only reason I shared that is because yes, the Caucasian community may be committing more mass shootings in the world. Personally, I feel like there's more blacks committing black on black crimes in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, in a sense, we have to be held accountable for the fact that, we're not out here spraying like in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? But you killing your own neighbor, fam. Over what? You know what I'm saying? So, as soon as you hear about a mass shooting, it was a white man who did it. And they go in. They go in.
Who's they? Who go in? Like, what do you mean? The mass media? The media?
Mass media. Oh, wow. People that you follow on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, they go in, especially the minority community. They go in. They're like, a black man would never do that, because the reason this popped up is because I saw a little meme where it was like, the reason why blacks don't commit mass murders is because their parents discipline them at home and so forth and so on. But if that's the case, then why is your black neighbor killing your other black neighbor? You know what I'm saying? So
that's a larger issue we need to tackle. Yeah, so
I just wanted to put that in the airwaves. This is definitely something I want to get more into, but just something that I did learn this week that really got my brain, moving. So I figured I'd just share with the world out there. We gotta do better.
Yeah.
So like I said, we gotta do better.
I like that, man. I like that. Mine is very rudimentary. I'm pretty sure we learned this in elementary school, but I just remembered. I learned that Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. That's really it. We can move on. I don't know. I want people making fun of me like, hey, this dude didn't know that. No, I did know that. I just forgot. And it's like to remind you guys. So how many people, if I went on the street right now, ask the nearest 10, I'll just say 20. Between 18 to 25-year-old people at the grocery store, wherever I see them, find 10. I think only 3 of them will know that.
They probably think Pluto's a planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Facts of life.
All right, so that's why
I'm not gonna argue for that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm saying there's a lot of things.
I learned a lot more, but I want to just throw that out there that sometimes we do forget things nowadays because it's not like that's not like a part of our brain that we need to activate every day. We don't need.
The brain pushes out old information
exactly.
It doesn't need. It's like, just not Internet Explorer where it keeps all your history from like forever. The brain has to push out to maintain. That's why it's important to keep utilizing your brain and learning information, so that it learns to have the capacity to keep, old information in.
Well said, exactly.
So
and that was old information, indeed. Anyways, so it's okay to remember some of these things.
Yeah, don't be embarrassed. It's a good conversation.
You know what? I was listening to this podcast, and this could segue into our
pros and cons.
Our pros and cons, our cons for the day. our segment. So I was listening to this podcast, and I just want to say, man, and this is going to lead into one of my cons. This podcast it's called I'm not going to advertise them, actually, and give them any promotion. I'm hating, but the two dudes on their podcast brought a girl guest, and I was one of their friends, and I guess she has about 200K followers.
Yeah.
I'll be candid here and just forthright. She was talking garbage, talking about like relationships and online dating, and she was talking basura. That's also garbage in Hispanic. She was talking fatwa. That's garbage in Creole. That's all I want to say, man. It was just garbage. I mean, and that leads me to say, sometimes she has 200K followers and she posts a lot of garbage. I actually went and looked her up. Like, let me go see. She was talking garbage. I bet her memes and the things she posts is garbage. Yeah. Yeah, I was right.
Naked pictures?
I was right. No naked pictures. None of that. None of that. None of that. Selfies. But I mean, it's more like some of the things she was preaching and what she would talk about. Oh, and I'm not going to dive into that, but I just want to say to start us off, you know what? I'm gonna segue back to that. You guys will know when I say the aforementioned girl I was talking about. I'm gonna bring it back. I want you to kick it off. This one with the cons, D Blank. What you thinking? Because I could just throw some at you rapid fire, and then we could just go off of that.
I mean, let me start off with an opening statement. Like,
go ahead. Kick us off.
So let me start by saying, yes, social media is positive to the world. Like we stated last episode, has a lot of pros it can offer to the world. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, the way the world is moving right now, trust me when I tell you, brother, it's not a positive outlook. How I'm looking at things, you know what I'm saying? We're moving way too much towards like the AI side of things, and you know what I'm saying, this augmented reality in the false illusion of what life is really about. You know what I'm saying? And it really starts off. Actually, I can't even say it starts off with the teens, because that was my main thing going into the teens. But realistically, I blame the adults. You know what I'm saying? Because the teens are looking at the adults and how they live in certain lifestyles and this and that and that. And so you gotta blame the adult. Fam, there's people out here, before we really get into the topic, there's people out here making, this is when I knew the world was just, I was done. They be having Instagrams for their newborn baby, fam.
And it's gonna lead into one of my cons. That's not cool.
Bruh, what are we doing?
That's not cool.
What are we doing?
You're advertising your flesh and blood, this little kid, you know, who has no say, one. Two, it's a little baby. That's supposed to be personal, intimate. That's supposed to be like familial. That's like your family.
Bruh.
You don't want to advertise that to these pedophiles out there. They be having these wide open pages. They're not private pages.
Facts.
You post so many. Come on, man.
Video the other day of that girl. I don't know if you saw the video of that girl dancing to
crazy people out there.
Schoolboy Q's water joint.
Nah, I never even heard the song, I don't think.
There's a little girl dancing in the water, and it's just a public page. She got like a couple 100,000 followers. And I'm just like, people are listening to her give like advice. Why are you listening? No knock to the little kids out there, but why are you listening to, why are you seeking a 5-year-old to give you advice as an adult? Explain that to me.
D Blank, I always question why people follow Khaled's son. Khaled's son is making the millions.
You know, he's dropping an album. I just saw that today. This Friday, called Father of Assad. You know,
are people that bored, D?
You know, Assad about to be on every track.
No
knock against Assad, because honestly, I think DJ Khaled is a great father. As far as
I'm not saying no knock against anything, but I'm just saying.
But as far as
it comes down to like Khaled, but it's also like
the word I'm looking for when you
what's going through these people's mind that are clicking the follow button to follow a 12-month-old kid.
Yeah, that's just weird to me.
That's extremely weird. I follow 12-month-old dogs. I follow the puppy pages.
I follow goddamn dog.
Nah, I like the puppy pages. You lying?
I don't follow damn dogs, man.
Come on,
I really don't follow dogs. No knock against them.
I follow a couple, fam. They're just so cute, my mans. They're cute.
All right, well.
And when I'm feeling down and out, I look at it, I be like, yo, they doing the fun. They're so funny. They're so dumb, but they're so funny. All right, whatever. Yo, I agree. And I'm going to dump something out rapid fire for you real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Cyberbullying. invasion of privacy, which can lead to other unfortunate things, loss of jobs, promotion of things considered to be taboo. And I hate that people advertise things that in our, like, you know, in some cultures it might be taboo. Sometimes people don't want to see it. Keep that to yourself. Obviously, relationship issues, catfishing, and it pollutes our minds. This was just me brainstorming the other day when I was on the toilet. Like, yo, let me just come up with things off the top of my head. Then I'll dive into others more. Obviously, I want to talk more about relationships and basically the how it can lead to the loss of jobs, because how everything you post on the internet, on social media, there forever. Ultimately, you think you might delete it, it's there forever.
That's a fact. Speaking of the cyberbullying, I was watching a comedian yesterday, and he said, if your kid is getting cyberbullied online, that just tells me you're raising a weak child. And realistically, fam, I might have to agree with that. Because how hard is it realistically for a child to just log off of the internet? You know what I'm saying? Yes, that cyberbullying may stem from, you know, like them seeing somebody in person and then them going online and then, you know, them person taking it to the next step. But at the end of the day, if they're getting cyberbullied, but if this child is just getting cyberbullied, but in real life and not getting cyberbullied, not getting bullied, then I kind of have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So it's like, don't tell me you're not getting bullied in real life at your school, but you go online and you're getting cyberbullied by a bunch of nobodies you don't even know from a hole in the wall.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And that to me is a weak state of mind. And that is it's just sad to me that parents nowadays allow their children so much online time, bruh.
That's what it is.
So much, bruh. There's a kid in my class. There's moments where he recites things from like YouTube, like verbatim, like commercials and all of that. And the only reason I would know that stuff is because I would have heard that commercial at one point. Then he recites it verbatim. It comes to show how much he watches YouTube and is online and how they just stick him in front of the computer. You know what I'm saying? Or
maybe he's just a savant, because you work with autistic kids, right?
Facts.
So, like, you know, a lot of them who have Asperger's, they have special skills. Maybe that's just how his brain works.
This type of kid's not that way.
Yeah, I'm just saying possibility.
No, it's a possibility. Definitely a possibility, but I can't truly explain how the kid works on microphone.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Without exposing certain things. So.
Yo, back to the cyberbullying. Yeah. I agree. I agree, and I sort of disagree. I like how you basically backtracked a little bit. Not backtrack, but you covered your tracks by saying they're also not getting bullied in school. I was going to say, if they're getting bullied online and it basically transfers over to school, I can understand why they might. But I've definitely heard celebrities in the past say some of the things that people write under their images, their comments, the cyberbullying, ultimately. People they don't see ever in reality, they're not getting bullied on the daily, will say these wild things and it hurts them, it bothers them. That where I'm just like, yo, you just shut your comments off. You just don't look at some of them. People are going to post hating things. When you're doing something so well, like when you're at the peak, like you're at the peak of the cliff, the only thing you could do now is jump down. That's what people are going to want to see. That's it. That's literally what they're going to want to see. Just want to see you fall down after that.
Facts.
But when you still are growing and have room to go, they're going to be supporting here and there. But as soon as they see you at the top, they hate it. They might be hating when you're going up still, but it's not going to be as many. But once you're at the top with nothing else to gain, really, they're going to be like, whatever. Like Ace Family was one of them. I know, So he was talking about how he had a whole episode, don't ask me why I was watching, but he had a whole episode about why, you know, social media. If what he was saying, the irony behind what he was saying is because, yo, you earn your money from YouTube and social media, and now he's saying why people shouldn't be on it, this and that, which, whatever, fair. But it's just like, whatever, it's pretty ironic, my man. And he was complaining how hurt he is from some of the things people say, and I'm just like, shut up, bro. I feel like you live in a good life, the way you make it seem. Just because this is all he said, with the comments, what people say on the thing. He didn't say in real life where they bother him, like at the grocery store or just taking a walk. He didn't say any of that. He said some of the things that people say under his comments. I think you should be able to block that out. I don't know. Like you said, some people may be able to do it. Some people might be weak-minded, if you want to consider them that. I'm not on that level where I'm in that important or renowned where people are going to be writing comments under my joint. I don't know how it feels, to be honest with you.
But to be,
But I feel like that's how I feel. I feel the same way as a comedian.
but I just feel like as an adult, right? And don't get me wrong, there's different types of adults depending on their upbringing. Like me personally, I feel like you as well. We've been through the ringer as children. You know what I'm saying? Dudes roasting you, trying to come at your life. You know what I'm saying? Like OD in your face.
Yeah.
Not via like in your face, like, yo, bruh, F you, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like me reading the comment, like, that was funny. I'm not going on my day. In that moment, you may feel like, damn, he didn't have to go so hard at me.
That's what you think sometimes, but I don't let that joint ruin my day. I think some of those people let others govern their lives. That's why, and that goes back to the letting other people create your reality with their comments and things, and like you're so worried about what they have to say. I think that's the bigger issue. But there's a fine line because there's no black and white with everything. There's a gray area. Times where they might be threatening Ace's daughter.
Yeah, then that's OD.
That's OD. That shit will make me furious.
That's
I get what you're saying. Like threatening my mom. Like, yo, I just saw your mom at the grocery store and then saying things like that. Come at me. You know what I'm saying? Cool.
But if it's on something like, yo, who did your haircut? Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah, like that's what we'll be saying. I think dudes be hurt with that. And you know how I know celebrities be hurt? They will never comment on the positives, but you'll always see them clapping back, as they call it.
On the shade room.
On the shade room, clapping back. Because it triggered something. So, but yeah, there's a lot of cyberbullying, and I think it's a con because I think we deviated off topic a little bit. Right. Not really, but the con behind that is just there are a lot of trolls. There's a lot of cyberbullying trolls, people with nothing better to do except stay online and just be cynical and comment negative things. They live for it, and social media has given them this platform to do it, this opportunity to hide behind a screen, and that's a large con nowadays. Because I was looking at the suicide rates, and I'm not gonna throw numbers out right now because the veracity behind them might not be the most true. Because I forget them at the moment, I didn't write them down, but there were some pretty shocking numbers, man. Some staggering numbers I seen. I was just like, yo, since social media, since social media
of course.
Started booming, so it's like 2006, 2005. Man,
it's a sad thing, bro. Realistically, it is sad.
It's like it's supposed to be positive, right? It's supposed to be positive. Like, you show you traveling, this and that, doing something fun, but
somebody hating. Somebody gonna be hating every time. You know what I'm saying? But
somebody writing, yo, let me have intercourse with you, yo, let me see it under random women's
like
things
what
like
are you
that.
doing?
Things like that is just like,
you wouldn't even approach shorty in a grocery store with that type of energy.
Exactly. That's a con. Social media allows people the opportunity to hide behind the screen and cyberbullying, just be creepers and stalkers, and the stalking is going to connect back to I don't like. I'm glad he brought that up. That's why I don't like people putting up so many pictures of their kids or every moment that they're updating where they're going, because all right, you just let the whole world you're going on vacation. Who at your house now?
Who about to rob you? Stuff
Things like that. Things like that. It's just like, it's scary with social media,
bro. Especially like when you go searching. Just a quick note thing, like when somebody's in a relationship, you want to go, you check their social media to see if they're still in a relationship. That's like your green light, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's people that don't post a relationship every day, like me. I may post my girl every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But something else you stated was, did you say, you didn't say social skills, did you?
Nah. Go ahead. I said it pollutes our mind, but I couldn't connect it to social skills after.
So,
what are you thinking?
I got a long story to go into with that.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm chilling.
But let me first say this, right? It's very important for people to continue to work on their face-to-face social interaction.
That's right. That's right, for sure.
Question to you that I have, since you're English teacher. What is your stance on the whole concept of maintaining that social structure? That's, the norm that used to be normal, which is, I feel like, falling off. What is your thoughts on that?
It starts with the fam. Overall, the fam, because kids are a reflection of who's raising them, who's around them. And it starts at home, man. It starts at home. You have to limit the screen time. You have to use it as an incentive or a reward. Seriously, I think it should be more of a reward, not just go home, sit on your phone all day, play video games, and you talk online to your friends. You need those face-to-face connections, and to be conducive to that, I think just having dinner together, not separating, going upstairs to play games and eat dinner, or going back on your phone in the living room eating dinner, or isolated in your room. Have those face-to-face conversations. Just have family nights. Have family nights where you say, all right, guys, we're leaving the phone. You have to do your best. And I don't have kids, but when I do have my kids and I start my fam, I'm going to make it a goal, because obviously it's going to be augmented. It's going to be even more powerful down the line in 10 years, where you're going to see how widespread it is and pervasive. I think it's a reflection of the fam. There's not much I could do as a teacher. I could just tell them put their phones away, but they're going to go right back on it. And I could have them do group work. I could try my best in one class.
Yeah.
But then the next class, everything might be online. Google Classroom revolves around it. Some teachers.
That's true.
And they just do independent work. That's my only advice. That's how I would go about it. Just have more interactions as a fam together. Limit the screen time for sure.
So I have a story. So the other day I invited my cousin over my house.
Yeah.
Right. My little cousin, and I'm just checking in with her, seeing what's going on, how's life, So we got to the topic of she has a girlfriend, and so I was like, oh, word, like you talk to her every day. She's like, yeah, we text every day. Yada yada yada, and I'm like, all right, so you don't hide nothing from her. She's like, no, we talk. I tell her everything. We text. Woo woo. So I'm like, all right, so when you guys meet up, who talks more, you or her? And she like didn't want to answer the question. I'm like, yo, do you talk more in person, or does she talk more in person? She's like, oh, she talks more in person. So I'm like, so you text her a lot, but you don't talk as much in person, which I'm like, yo, that's not good, fam. There should be no reason why you talking all of this stuff via text message or Facebook message or whatever, and you come meet up with y'all, you just sitting around, not engaging, you know what I'm saying? Not talking about nothing. You leaving all your words in text. And it's like, yo, that shows me that you lack that social interaction that most kids during our era had growing up. We was forced to have that social interaction. You know what I'm saying?
My bad, I don't mean to interject, but I think it's beyond that too. It's not the fact we knew how to talk to people, we had things to talk about. Maybe your little cousin, hear me out, doesn't have much to talk about. I mean, does she read? Does she read a lot?
No.
Is she involved in activities like extracurriculars, like music, art?
She dances.
She dances? Okay. That's my thing. Does she travel?
No.
That's the issue. That's the issue. It's not the fact some of them possibly don't even know how to talk about this. That's a big issue because with the social media actually has plagued them with. But I think it's the fact that some kids nowadays are just non-cerebral. So, sad to say, man, they don't have much to talk about. When you think about it, what do you think? She probably just put LOL. What up? What's up? What you up to? LOL. Nothing. Just watching TV. LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just hanging out. If you would read their conversation throughout the day, I would be curious to see what's in there. I know damn well some people I know don't have much to talk about.
Because you're right. Because man, I didn't really think about it like that.
That's what it is. It's not the fact she probably doesn't have the best social skills at the moment because she hasn't developed them. But she probably don't have much to talk about. Yeah, it's just crazy, Dev. It's crazy how much things play a role. Just traveling out of your neighborhood.
Yeah,
I remember working in the Bronx for the past 2 years. Some kids didn't even travel out their neighborhood. Like, y'all never been to Central Park? You live in New York.
What?
Yeah, that's why we took so many field trips. You think about it.
That's mind blowing. Central Park like right around the corner.
Exactly, Dev. And it's like, damn, it's not their fault.
It's not their fault. Nobody's blaming anybody, but the parents do have to take the initiative to make their children explore. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a parent, so I'm not a parent either. I do understand the whole concept of, I can't trust my child to go out alone because what if something happens, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, yo, if you did what you had to do as an adult, you could trust your child to come back home safely. Hopefully. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it does affect social skills. I've noticed a lot of people that I try to interact with, talk to. Well, not a lot, but I have a fair share of people I've interacted with that just they don't talk about nothing. So I'm forced. Sadly, I'm forced to put myself in the mindset of asking them about something that is public knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Something that you may catch on Facebook. Like, oh, hey, did you hear about the Aisha Curry thing? Or, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that I could give two shits about. But
it's the only way you can gauge them.
Exactly.
I don't know if you noticed. This might be a theory of mine too, but I've noticed, and I talk about this a lot with my brother. Tech guys, IT guys, they lack social skills, and hear me out. I feel like that's not a coincidence. I feel like that's honestly because they're behind a screen all day and just doing tech things. It's like, who do they have to interact with?
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Like, yeah, I've noticed that with the schools I worked at, the tech guys there.
Not all tech guys, of course.
No, that was a blanketed statement, but I feel like, this is a theory of mine. I feel as if, if there's some research behind it.
But majority, I would say, do lack that,
They don't know how to read social cues, any of that.
Like, we have a friend who will remain nameless, obviously. I don't know why, but I sometimes feel like he sometimes lacks that social communication with the opposite sex. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So I was thinking the same person too. I wasn't going to say anything, but I sort of agree, and I think he knows. I don't really think he knows it. No. But that's his job, right? The IT, that's what he does. And at the same time, he grew up a single child in his house, right? So I think that plays a role too. Who did he interact with?
We're talking about two different people.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about, but I'm not talking about that person.
Oh, never mind.
But I can agree with that. I'm talking about the other person.
What are you talking about?
The friend of ours that we invite out every once in a while.
I think I know you're talking about. Oh, yeah, got you.
That guy. You know what I'm saying? He lacks the conversation sometimes, and it's just weird because I feel like people just need to start having random conversations with people to build up that certain criteria. And I don't want to spend too much time on the whole breaking down the social skills, but just keep in mind, people, families out there, my sister, she does not let my nephew be on like the tablet and all that for a prolonged period of time. Yeah. That's even if he gets it like once a day. You know what I'm saying? Because she wants him to have those social skills that a child needs growing up, bruh. You can't be no mute out here, man, because people gonna be like, hey, little guy, where you from? You gotta be able to like, hey, listen, I live out such and such and such and such. I need to get home. You know what I'm saying? They can't be standing there crying all day. You can't help that kid. You know what I'm saying? But on to the relationships. I don't even want to get into that.
We definitely could. And like I said, the aforementioned home chick, she was talking about online, like dating and things of that nature online. They were bringing up some pretty valid points.
Yeah.
And some of the things they were saying, I feel like they're cons. It could be great cons, like the envy. Social media creates... social media is just a wild entity of its own. Just jealousy, man, and envy, and just how it's not healthy. It's not healthy for relationships at all. And I have a little story. There was one time in college, Instagram first started booming a little bit. Yeah, one chick I was cool with. We'd hung out periodically. Yeah, we were friends, platonic. We didn't have sex or anything like that. Like, we were pretty cool. She had a man. She got a man like later on. She. And this is crazy because everybody has their own insecurities and could be jealous of things. But she had a man. She put a picture up one day. I came across it. Oh, it's nice with her man. Liked it. No kidding. About 5 to 6 minutes later, I get a DM. Hey, my boyfriend saw you like my picture. He's a little angry at me because of that. I think it's at the best bet that we possibly just don't follow each other. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, that's fine with me. Whatever floats your boat. I wanted to go in. And I was immature, but I didn't. So I was proud of myself. I was mature. Like, that's cool. But in my head, I'm like, I didn't want you. I didn't want you. I just thought it was a nice picture and your boyfriend's in it. So needless to say, I'm just saying, I'm not that dude. I'm not that dude. I might be the dude that's like, I don't think we should follow each other.
Yeah.
If I get a new relationship, like I just started following like Daya, if she started following me, but I don't even check that following page where you can check where your person's
Yo, who
liking.
does that?
Like why social
Fam.
media creates issues, relationship issues, jealousy. It could really deteriorate a relationship. If you like the girl mentioned a great point where it's hard for her in relationships because she got about 200K followers and she's pretty. A lot of people just DM her random things, and she said some of her past, like the guy she would date, would be angry at her for it. She's like, that's not my fault.
Yeah.
This is guys being guys DMing me. She's like, I'm not entertaining it. So just things like that. And I know a lot of people have that issue.
You could always turn your DMs off, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. Can't you?
I don't know. You probably could. I mean, most likely.
Before you continue, though, I just want to go back to the following page on Instagram. I think I've visited it like twice.
My life.
The first time I looked at it, I was like, oh, what the freak is this? So I scrolled, I was like, oh, okay.
In my life, Dev.
Second time, I was like, you know what, bruh?
I don't give a damn what y'all doing.
This
with
is a
y'all
little
phone.
creepy.
It's creepy. It's
Because
weird.
I'm like, why do I care what Abraham liked 4 pictures of Jennifer Lopez?
Thank you.
What is that doing? What is that doing for me?
Whoever created Instagram, I think, what did they say? Who was it? Who was the owner now? I don't know.
I think Facebook.
Oh, okay. So it's just like, y'all do that on purpose, man. Y'all do that.
Yo, that's so invasive.
Cause like quarrels between couples.
What?
Like, why do you need that?
Fam, why? Oh, their excuse might be, oh, you know, they may like a picture that you may like.
Nah, hell no.
That's so. Imagine you following somebody and they haven't posted since like 2015. You go to the following page, you see them liking pictures. You're like, oh, so you on Instagram, I see, but you're not posting no pictures on your page. That's invasive. What if he just wants to have the Instagram page to kind of just go around network?
Thank you.
But he doesn't want to post anything. But now you see he's liking stuff, and you in his business. You know what I'm saying?
It's not worth it. I don't like it. It promotes insecurities. It promotes infidelity, and I love Instagram. Like that's what I mean. I love it, but like at the same time, it's not. That's a con. It's a con ultimately.
It's not beneficial.
What else was I was going to add something else? And this might sound. Here's the irony behind it. Instagram was made for everybody to be on and have a platform, right?
Yeah.
The irony behind that is everybody does not need a goddamn platform. Some of the things people post nowadays, it makes me cringe, and it's like it makes me embarrassed. It makes me mad, disappointed. Just an overwhelming amount of feelings. Like, why are you posting that? Sometimes when people post,
everyone want to be first.
It's concerning.
And everyone wants to be first. Everyone wants to give their point of view. Mm-hmm. And that to me is an issue because there was a moment where I was in a state of mind where I was like, I want to get my point of view out first. But then I sat back and I came to the realization, okay, let me hear other point of views, people's first, and then create my own state of mind based upon the information that I've gathered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but nowadays it's like,
I'm glad you acknowledge that.
Let's say you walk down the street, you get a can. Oh, Sean hates cans. But maybe that can has been on his ass all day.
Thank you.
He finally caught it lacking and he finally kicked the can. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a slippery slope there. That's what people were saying. And all of a sudden, because he did that one thing with the one can, I think Instagram is just a bunch of slippery slopes or a bunch of fallacies in general. I gotta go back to it, this platform thing, because the amount of buffoonery, irreverent, and garbage that I see people posting and just careless posts and captions, it makes me mad. Like, no offense, like the thing with Nipsey Hussle. Mm-hmm. Like, why y'all keep posting him over and over and over and over and over? And I think it's disrespectful to his girl and his kids, especially people who, that's how people mourn. That's what they say. But I don't know. I feel like Instagram is not a place to be sad. These are just my thoughts and my opinions. Feel free to message one of us how you feel. But that's how I feel. I feel like Instagram was a place to be happy, to promote what you're doing, to promote positive things, to encourage others, to just foster happiness, growth, positive growth. Those are my thoughts. That's why I feel like Instagram, Twitter, social media, all these things were there for. But
I agree with the Nipsey Hussle thing as well. Like I said, it just relates back to somebody wanting to be first. Because as soon as he died, somebody had up the video of him getting shot, and it's funny because I mentioned this to you at some point in life, how it's ironic how somebody will see a video like that, right? Mm-hmm. And repost it and put the caption, I don't even know why I'm sharing this type of stuff.
Yes.
Fam, Fam, you're resharing the video with the caption. You're literally being what you don't want to be. Like, tell me if that makes sense. And it's like, that's what social media does to the mind. It does. Some of it dumbs you down, and that's why.
And it goes back to the pollution of the mind. People are so worried about people's affirmations and just being reaffirmed by others that they will do that. They will do shit like that. They need the adulation and those comments from others. Like, they just need them. They just need the click of a like. They don't care about who it's from. They don't care who it's from. They just need to see that their likes are at 200 or whatever.
Right. I remember when Instagram first came out. Well, not first. It was out for like a couple years.
Yeah.
And dudes had like all them followers.
Yeah.
And that Instagram did that update. Yo, bruh.
People went on a crazy deleting spree. That tells you that was a microcosm of just us as a society, yeah.
Like, somebody would go from like 900 followers to like 500 because 400 of them was fake joints. Dudes was going insane, bruh.
Yes. Yep.
Yo, bruh. That was funny, and it's
tells
funny.
You a lot about people.
We've come a long way because we would also, look for that reassurance for likes and stuff like that. Like, yo, Stu Buff getting 200 likes, Daddy's getting 100. Look at Dev getting 5 likes.
We were joking though. We were
joking, but
there's really people out there who take that shit seriously.
Yo, to heart, bruh. To heart.
Yeah, they live off of the likes, and that's really, I think it's detrimental. That's the best word I'm gonna use. Just that person,
because the likes could lead into this topic of social media giving you a false illusion of what happiness truly is.
Yeah. Excellent. Right.
Kids nowadays, I forgot what I was listening to. I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah.
I could say the name. I mean, come on. So I was listening to this Joe Budden podcast.
Be spitting heat.
He be his co-host Maul be spitting heat. Joe, he has moments, but Maul be spitting heat, and he was like, "Yo, I don't understand how you have all these teenagers in this era that have this cell phone in their hand. They can literally see the world, but they're bored. Tell me if that makes any sense. Where as far as we growing up, we wasn't bored. It was like, yo, Dad, you home? Yeah, I'll be home in an hour, I bet. I'll meet you at the court.
That's it. We did things too.
You know what I'm saying? And
now they don't do things, but they're also not intellectually curious. That's what my man Maul is basically saying. It sounds like they won't go out of their way to just research something and look something up.
Go to travel the world, bro. Go to Delaware. It's an hour away. Look, you can... It's so easy from my phone. Like, yo, we be like, yo, Dad, you trying to go to Delaware next weekend? All right, cool, boom. I'm looking up train tickets. I'm looking up gas prices. I'm looking up where to go, hotels, woo. Within an hour on my phone. Back in the day, we had to go to the library, fam. The library. Take the city bus. Go out of our way to do this, and that. But now you simply have everything you need in the palm of your hand. You tell me you bored, fam?
What's that? Don't tell me they don't got. Maybe I don't have a car. No, they got these buses that be
Uber.
That be $5. They be like these $5 Fung Hai buses.
Oh yeah, those buses. Yeah,
they take another state.
And it's like, not like just going back. Kids nowadays, you can't entertain them. You just they have a certain expectation of what they should receive from their parents. So like, let's say they see a kid online for Christmas. Oh, Jesus Christ, the holiday is the worst. When people go online and they show all their presents and all this stuff. For now, they see a kid online, get a PlayStation, 6 games, new pair of kicks, belt, woo. For Christmas, he got some new shoes and a shirt. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. That's all I can get you. Shirt. Well, such and such online got this, and that. I'm going to be embarrassed when I go back to school on Monday.
That's it. And that's that false illusion you said. They probably think he living the best life who they're looking at.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And, well, who knows? Maybe that parent online struggled to get him all of that. But the way that my man's recorded it to show he got the PlayStation and the 6 kicks and all of that, he made it seem like he living the most lavish life, bruh. Think about that, man. Got girls out here online going to freaking Dubai, living life, but they getting pissed on.
Quote unquote living life. Quote that, because who knows they're actually living. Probably that's what Drake said at his best in his song "Emotionless," and talking about how chicks, the way they just posted pics for the likes back home. Like, what's the point of that? He said something about chick in Paris, Rome, or whatever. Did that. And then he said he's talking about another chick who just go on vacations to take pictures and come back home and just post pictures over time. I don't know if you heard that song, but it's just like, yo,
we talked about that the other day.
it's accurate.
When
it's accurate, man. That's what
people
social
go
media has
out
done.
and they're like, they go to like Miami and like in the summertime.
Oh, yeah.
And it's December and they're like, take me back.
That's all they went from Miami for, to take those pictures with their cup hanging off the roof at the Sky Bar and with the nice sun. You know, y'all know that picture, and then they're going to post that every month. Take me back.
Take me back. This weather is so cold.
Shut up.
Oh, and damn well, they spent like $20 at the bar. They barely made their hotel tab.
Damn well they didn't do anything but just go to the bar. You could have done that in Stanford.
Easily.
You could, when you travel, you got to explore. You got to just go do scenic things. People think that, there's no point traveling. You got to go out clubbing, parking lot pimping. That's not traveling. Traveling is to go do things you won't be able to do in your own town. Yeah. Like going to see the Hoover Dam or the Vancouver Dam or what's some other
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. People be like, why do you want to go see that? Why wouldn't I?
Fam, I went to a place. I was watching a Netflix series. And he went to a place called Storm King. Yeah. I was like, yo, that place looks interesting. What the freak is that place? So I had to Google it. I Googled, like, what was that place they went to in such and such show? Fam, I went out there, bruh. It's like an hour drive from here. It's like a big acres of land with just, like, sculptures, bruh.
In New York?
In New York.
Nice.
If you want to go there, like, I reckon it's probably like $20-something to get in. Yeah. But, fam, you can spend hours there just walking and seeing sculptures and all this stuff, which relates back to what I was saying. You literally have everything you need in your hand, bruh. I'm watching the show. I Googled, whoop, 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 whoop. I found the show, and I took a drive out there.
They have no excuses. They don't want to Google things like that.
I took that place. It was a nice place, bruh. Simple Google, son. Relates back to you saying your kids live in the Bronx and never been to Central Park. Fam. How hard is it to take a train down the street? Yankee Stadium, bruh. Tickets is like $10 sometimes, bruh. For the nosebleeds, fam. Have an experience. Like, I went to a soccer game out in Cali one time. For the experience, I was like, yo, this is lit.
Thank you. I plan on going to a hockey game. Never been to one. I feel like I'm doing NASCAR. People might say, what? NASCAR?
Like, NASCAR might be boring, but you go there for
I'd rather spend the money doing that than going to a brunch in another state.
Bruh.
If I'm going to Indianapolis, I want to see the Indy 500.
Yeah, why the freak I want to go to another H&M in another state? Tell me.
Thank you. I hate that people want to go shopping.
The freak am I doing? If you go to like H&M shopping, that's like on like one of them dead days where it's like raining outside.
Yeah, you just like, chilling, pass a little hour, pass time before you have to go do something fun.
But if you go there to spend a whole day shopping at the same stores as your spot, you gotta do better, my guy.
Just to get
you gotta do better.
A couple, what they call them nowadays? They got a name for it. Designers. Damn, I don't know why I was drawing a blank. Just to get some designer in a new country, new state.
It's like if you go to, like, if you live in New York and you go to Cali, you still eat McDonald's. My nigga. Excuse my language. They got In-N-Out, which is trash, in my personal opinion. They got In-N-Out. No, try that.
It's terrible.
You know what I'm saying? Try different food spots that's your other place. I saw a post a couple months ago. It's like, I hate N-words. I hate people that travel that stay ordering the chicken tenders and fries. Fam. You went traveling to order chicken tenders and fries. You in Paris and you ordering chicken tenders and fries, man. Yeah. Try the snail, my guy.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that might be me.
What the freak is wrong with you?
I'm just so comfortable.
What is wrong with you,
I get so comfortable with my food, man. It's so hard to leave my comfort zone with that. I'm trying to get better at that. So
you gotta do better, man.
I've been trying to pick different things. Remember I told you I got that nasty pizza from that spot, and I told you I was allergic to cauliflower. I tried, yo. I'm trying.
I get it.
I'm getting a little better.
I get it. But
yo, D, let's talk about loss of jobs because people probably didn't really understand me when I said that. Social media, I was looking on it for entry-level college students, straight out of college, with entry-level jobs on Wall Street. The numbers was pretty staggering. It said 40% of new entry-level students will lose their jobs over a 6-month period because of something they found on.
Is it 6 months?
Oh yeah, I thought you threw me off. Oh, no, something they found on online. Something they found online that was incriminating of the person they hired, yo. So that's what I mean. Just be real cognizant of what you post presently, right now, for it might bite you in the ASS in the future. Simple as that. Simple as that. Just be careful what you post because everything is not deleted. And nowadays they have the screen recording. So you post something on Instagram, and it happens a lot with athletes. They might post something 30 seconds later, they delete it.
It's still up there.
20,000 people screenshotted it already.
It's funny.
That is nuts.
It's funny why people even delete things nowadays anymore.
You might as well leave it up.
Yeah, you might as well just leave it up.
It's like somebody saw it and they shared it.
They screenshotted it already.
And they shared it to their 200,000 followers.
Yeah,
it's done.
It's done already. I feel like it's more like I've come to realize, well, not come to realize, but I think it's just like one of those statements type of things.
Yeah.
Where they post it and then delete it to make people think, oh, I rethought about it. Now it's taken off. But fam, that was your thought process. We get you deleted it, but it's too late. Just keep it up at this point.
Seriously.
It's funny because I've been really going through trials and tribulations as far as my state of mind goes with posting things online. And, I've kind of tried to step back.
Yeah.
And think about certain things that I post where if somebody were to pull up on me and they're like, yo, you said whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, the way I thought in that moment was this, this, and this. But it's nothing too incriminating or something too outlandish where if somebody came up to me. Like, I've said things last year. It may not seem too long ago, but in reality, a year is long. I've said things last year where it was super out of pocket as I look back on it. And, like I've said some things and I'm just like, yo, Dev, that was out of pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We spoke about this in one of the episodes, actually. It's funny.
Yeah, it's out of pocket. And, it is what it is at this point. But if somebody were to come across it, like Kevin Hart. Was it Kevin Hart? For Kevin Hart, Charlemagne, you can't hold people accountable if they show signs of growth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was a year ago, but I've grown since then. I've reevaluated certain things, and social media doesn't allow you to grow. They kind of timestamp you and hold you accountable for the rest of your life. Fam, if I said that tweet back in 2004, it's 2019.
You're still going to somehow get reprimanded or criticized or chastised. It happens a lot with athletes. They get drafted. Some loser goes back, or not even loser. I think this is people's jobs. Sometimes they go back and find a tweet from when they were in middle school.
Or middle, yeah.
When they didn't even know they were going to be a stud and drafted first round. They said something, and it's there. And that really could affect them from being drafted first round or losing a job, man.
How many of us really go through and swipe through our social media? Oh, let me go back 7 years.
Don't. So this is basically a warning for the young kids now, because nobody does that. You're right. I don't do that.
Just scroll through, bro. Check your posts and statuses before you nobody right now, but you could be somebody in like 2 weeks. So if you're working to become somebody in 2 weeks, go back and delete what you got to delete, my guy. Archive all them pictures on Instagram if need be. You know what I'm saying? It's important.
Facts. And just for these tips, we dropping gems right now. I'm gonna give y'all my Cash App. Send me 50 cents. I think my Cash App is just my last name, so send me that.
It'll be in the description. That was a lot.
It's a lot of time. Oh, good. Want to close it out?
Yeah.
Or you got any final thoughts? My bad, man.
I don't have any final thoughts per se. It's just I don't want to close this completely. I kind of still want to leave open the pros and cons of social media, just in case we, down the line pop them in every once in a while. I didn't really get into the whole statement I said regarding adults per se, but down the line I'll get back into that at some point, like with the court shows that I stated in the last episode. Yeah. Just want to say shout out to the listeners. We greatly appreciate y'all. Appreciate the feedback. Appreciate all the love, the listeners from around the world. Because, we international, baby.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
What we got again? We got Canada.
We got Saudi Arabia.
There's one more, I think.
It
was Germany, I think, right?
I don't remember.
Nah, it was somewhere.
It was one of those other joints out there.
Yeah, it was somewhere.
But listen, man, we getting out there, man. We moving on up. Love y'all. You know who it is. It's your boy. And, tune in next week for another Fuego.
You know what we shooting next week? Nah,
not yet.
Yeah.
We might have a guest next week.
I'm going to have to guess, I bet.
We might have a guest.
All right, I'm bet.
Might have a guest. Don't hold us accountable just yet. Peace, love, and kisses to all us. Listen to us on follow us on our social medias, clearly. Email us. And I think by next week we're going to have a phone number for you guys to, if you want to text us something, probably have a phone number for us next week. So listen out for that. Love y'all. Peace.